The Bidens have had a tumultuous couple of years, and the stress of Hunter Biden's legal woes seems to be taking a toll on his elderly father, Joe Biden. Whilst we've become accustomed to gaffes, stumbles and mumbles from the president, they've reached a whole new level in recent times, which have a lot of people worried. Sky News All Stars Rita Panahi, Chris Kenny and James McPherson take a look at the latest series of trainwreck gaffes and ask if Joe Biden will be able to survive yet another term of presidency.
But at this point, it does look a little like elder abuse to make this guy run again. He won't have a debate, even though 80% of Democrats want him to debate his Democratic challengers. He won't do it. And I really think their whole plan is working right now, Paul, which is get Trump to be the nominee on the GOP side. That'll motivate the voters, and Biden won't really have to run or put himself out there and put words together.
Some people blame burnout or overwork as the cause of mental deterioration when in a high-stress job. But it seems Joe Biden can't use this excuse because, well, he's been on vacation for a big chunk of his presidency.
Old Joe Biden has been on vacation, keeping up a remarkable pace that has seen him take something like 40% of his presidency off as personal leave. That's right. According to analysis done by RNC Research, Joe Biden has spent 365 days of his presidency on vacation. That's 39.4%.
Despite being well rested, Joe Biden has still managed to make gaffe after gaffe in the space of a few months. Sky News All-Star James McPherson roasted the president for saying the Grand Canyon was the 9th wonder of the world.
The Grand Canyon, one of the Earth's 9 wonders of the world. Literally. Think of that. It's amazing.
9 wonders of the world. Literally, you know how he came up with 9? He's added himself and Hunter as the 8th and the 9th. Or maybe he just got confused by the 9 people in the audience.
He then said his administration spectacularly cured cancer.
But first, let's check in with the leader of the free world, who this week declared that his administration had cured cancer.
I said I'd cure cancer, and they looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We can end the cancer as we know it. Deliver on our sacred obligations to veterans is the second thing I think is critically important.
No, he didn't just say that. Surely not.
And Joe Biden's memory struggles got the best of him when he embarrassingly forgot to sign an executive order on manufacturing.
While he was on this leg of the journey, though, the president was supposed to sign an executive order on manufacturing. Naturally, predictable hilarity ensued.
I'm coming back to shake your hand, but I forgot I didn't sign the order. All that talk and no action.
He forgot to sign the order. Clearly, the man needs some rest, which is why it's so good to hear that, according to the White House, after that trip to Maine, he headed off to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, for his beach house vacation for the next week to 10 days. Who knows? Maybe he should thank a MAGA Republican for all that warm weather.
And who can forget the bizarre God Save the Queen gaffe months after the monarch's death?
President Biden concluded his speech with a bizarre God Save the Queen comment. That would be the Queen who passed away in September. Old Joe was at her funeral, and yet we got this yesterday.
All right, God save the Queen, man.
Come and get him.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Biden speech without the president becoming hopelessly confused about where he is and where he should be going before an aide comes to his rescue. My God.
The Democrats have largely hidden Joe Biden from public engagements, mainly because of his constant struggles with the teleprompter, which has Sky News All-Star Rita Panahi in hysterics.
But first, let's check in with the leader of the free world, who is again struggling with numbers, facts, and the auto cue.
You realize that 26 out of every 100 students in grades kindergarten through 12 speak Spanish. No, think about it.
And what about this shocker on the war in Afghanistan that horrified Rita Panahi?
No, all the evidence is coming back there. Remember what I said about Afghanistan? I said Al-Qaeda would not be there. I said it wouldn't be there. I said we'd get help from the Taliban. What's happening now? What's going on? Read your press. I was right. Thanks.
So the report is from the State Department actually about the withdrawal.
Help from the Taliban? Read your press. I was right. Say what now, President? So you meant to hand the country over to terrorists. You meant to leave behind billions of dollars worth of arms for the Taliban. You meant to lose control of Kabul airport, stranding hundreds of desperate American citizens. You meant to have these scenes of chaos that saw Afghans trying to flee, falling to their deaths from the undercarriage of planes.
Sadly, a short temper and angry outbursts are a hallmark of deteriorating cognitive health. Because of this, Joe Biden has Democrats very concerned, says Sky News All-Star Chris Kenny.
Apparently, Sleepy Joe is also Cranky Joe, according to a report from Axios with the headline Old Yeller, Biden's private fury. Behind closed doors, Biden has such a quick-triggered temper that some aides try to avoid meeting alone with him, says the report. Some take a colleague almost as a shield against a solo blast. The president's admonitions include, God damn it, how the F don't you know this? Don't effing BS me and get the F out of here. It's a fascinating revelation given discussions around Joe Biden's mental capacity and whether he's suffering from dementia, which of course often comes with ill-tempered behaviour.
So what does this mean for 2024? Sky News All-Star Carolyn DeRusso says Biden can't possibly lead in his current state.
Surely the operators and surely the strategic heads, the people within the Democratic Party who actually have political judgment can't let this man go to the next election campaign. Because last time, sure, he could hide in his basement because we still had COVID and all that jazz. But this time around, he will be expected to be out and about. And we know that the campaign trail is grueling for the presidency. And I just can't see how he has got the cognitive ability or the stamina to be able to go through that, plus another 4-year term on the other side. I just don't see it.